Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Because we're doing all for having a wonderful day. The reason why we're doing this is because we're also playing the tower. Filming outside, playing the tower. The dream of the modern man. So enjoy the absence of Nature Corn, but the presence of your boy Ink. What, is that not enough? Damn, that's rude. That's rude. But they don't fit you like this. I don't care what people say. I wanna work all day, wanna give it away. And if I say yeah, hell yeah. And if I say yeah, hell yeah. I don't know what to say, but it's all okay. Oh, yeah, go. Choo 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 choo. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. This is doing having a wonderful day on the 28th, November 2024. We're back with the tower. We're gonna do a third playthrough. We'll be filming a shit ton of videos, so hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I have to make sure that we I'm having a hard time talking today. I don't know why. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I do. So let me make sure that, okay, so this is done, which makes me believe that you really don't have an inch of liberty. You think these will give a shit about the thing you say? I've got a better chance winning that. Fuck Lado, call me a leader. I'm fat through the beaver. Guys, if you guys don't know that this is Eminem, the last 8 Mile battle, you guys are missing out. So it's one of the best movies, one of the best rap battle. Boy, I think you were a little hard on the beaver. So has Daddy Yasko, Wally, and Miss Cleaver. I'm so hard. German bread with raids. Okay, I don't know them myself. I do not know them myself. I was bluffing in the hope that no one was gonna call me out, but you called me out. So without further ado, let's start with the videos. Let's do. So we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna do a song that we can sing when I start. I had to block out those. Oh yeah. Every time we lie awake, after every tick we take, every feeling that I get, but I haven't missed you yet. Every time we lie awake, and after everything we take, every feeling that I get, but I haven't missed you yet. Tuesday Grace, of course. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Thanks for doing all that having a wonderful day, morning, night, evening, afternoon, before noon, first breakfast, second breakfast if you're a fan of Lord of the Ring, of course. This is a video that I would like to post, right? Which is possibly a cringy video to do, but guess what? I'm throwing my bait at the water the same way Abraham threw his bait at the water. Now, if you don't know who is Abraham, it's a little book called Moby Dick about how a man spent his entire life fishing this one whale. Hopefully, I will not spend my entire life fishing this whale, but I want to do something. I want to do something that's kind of cool. I want to do a video. Again, I'm testing something, not tasting. Although I wish I was tasting something because I'm fucking hungry. We just finished work. I'm testing something else. If you feel comfortable, by the way, you see this? Cool as fuck, boy. I've been having a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people, but okay. I have been having a lot of people, not a lot of people that I don't talk to a lot of people, but the few people I talk to lately, they've been done that that they're not doing well, they're not doing okay, and a lot of people that I'm seeing in my FYP, a lot of people that I'm seeing everywhere and anywhere, they're not doing well. Life is hard, as we all know. We all go through shit, and it's not necessarily what you go through, but how you get back up. But getting back up is pretty hard. So I kind of wanted to do a video, and again, this is not me pressuring you. This is a big ask on my part, but I wanted to keep this video as short as possible. I wanted to throw this video out. And what I would like to do is for you guys to tell me something that you've been dealing with. It can be negative, it can be positive. Ultimately speaking, this video where I'm gonna. Okay, so this video is kind of me taking not necessarily a contract with you guys, but taking a engagement, or engagement is a good word actually. Commitment is an amazing word. This is me committing a video to, if you guys are feeling that you're dealing with some shit, comment what you're dealing with, and on this specific video, I promise you guys that I will answer every single comment with a video about some advice, maybe hear you out. The truth is, I cannot ask everybody for that are needing help. Do you need help? The truth is, I possibly cannot help everybody. But the goal is, in the comments, to have people that are dealing with similar situation, and because I answer to one situation that is similar to yours, then I can help you guys out too. One of the content creators I was watching, not a lot, but still a little bit, committed unalive himself, and it was mental health. And nobody gives a shit. And even I didn't know, but I could have reached out, but I didn't. Also my best friend when I was 22, unalive himself. And I could have helped, but I didn't know. I also could have reached out. Myself, I dealt with so much shit. I needed help. I didn't reach out, and I'm still standing today. I'm still standing today. I'm still breathing air. There's still hope for life. Still a better chance for tomorrow. A better chance than yesterday. But I know that's not the case for everybody. And I think if you want to change the world, or the way that people see the world, is by changing people themselves. And I feel like we could all use it a little bit of positively. So I'm making a video where I'm asking people to comment their negative experience. That way we can transfer this into a positive experience. It's possibly a big ask. Once again, totally up to you guys. If there's no comments, I won't answer any comments. If there's one comment, I'll answer one comment. It's not about the comments, about helping people. And yeah, I think this is. See, I'm always looking. I'm always looking to give back to you guys, right? And I don't know how. And I could be doing content, but then I'm gonna ask people, yo, what kind of content do you want me to do? And then you're gonna be like, oh, I want this, and another person gonna say, oh, I want this. You can't please everybody, right? You cannot please everybody. It's not possible. Or I could do like a fucking not necessarily lottery, but what is a tirage in English? A tirage, like a draw, if you will. Like you draw, and oh, the person that won the draw, they get a shout out, they get cash, they get a prize, right? Then again, I got a lot of followers, and I cannot help everybody. But I think we all have something in common, and we all need something. We all need help for something, and sometimes it's mental health, you know. And I'm not saying I'm a shrink. I'm not saying I'm a specialist. I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to help every single person. But if I'm able to help a handful, the idea of it came from a movie called Give to the Next One, Pass It Along. So basically, it's people doing some good action, and because they're doing some good action, then the people that are receiving the good action are giving back. Now, am I saying that, oh, if I help, yes, I help somebody else? No, but I'm hoping that with everyone that I'm gonna help, hopefully, if there's even 2 people that do something similar, right? 2 people, we just double the amount of people that were willing to help others. And if out of those 2 people, even 3 people, we're still growing, right? And it's not necessarily a movement started by me. It's possibly existing somewhere in the world. It's possibly done every single day of the year. Also the every 4 year, what is that? The extra long year, right? Possibly something like that. Anyway, on that video, I love you guys sincerely, deeply. Please reach out if you need some help. Please reach out if you're dealing with shit, you're not alone, and you shouldn't feel like you're alone. On that note, love you guys. The very smooches. Every time we lie awake, what every hit we take, every feeling that I get, but I haven't missed you yet. Every room they catch the break, and after every hit we take. I'm pressing the same button that's already open. La la. La la. Don't blink, it's your buying, sitting in the cold weather. But hey, I'm Canadian. I'm almost like a fucking country boy. And if I was a country boy, I'd sing a song somewhat similar to a country song. And then I'd sing the only country song that I know, which is basically Drifter by Falling in Reverse. Only pack my bag, I will never be alone. In a broken home, I'm a drifter. I'm still Mr. Okay, I don't know the song. Because I don't know the song, I'm gonna try to do something else. Once again, we're singing every single little that we do. That way we get confidence. And even though I'm not a good singer, I think it's kind of funny, and I think it's kind of something we can share, right? Instead, I'm gonna do in the ground I lay, loosen everything. I can see my eyes passing me by. Was it all too much or just not enough? Wake me up. I'm living a nightmare. I will not die, I will survive. I will not die, I'm waiting for you. I feel alive when you're beside me. I will not die. There you go. There's your running joke of the day. Hope you had a laugh, hope you had a smile. Let's get into it. The Dexter. We're fucking doing Dexter. I want to apologize for this morning. We started doing Dexter, we didn't finish it. So you see this song, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, right? Well, sadly, this phone was out of battery, right? And ultimately, I try to keep like an hour and a half, 2 hours, to charge the phone before work. But I don't know. Although I love making videos, I truly do. I'm not sure. I think I prefer having a phone and music at work. Just saying, right? So let's continue. We are at episode number. Can I get a drum roll, please? We're at episode number 4 out of 10. We're gonna try to do it. Okay, let's go. We got Dex, who cares for Lumen. Who is Lumen? Lumen is the hostage that was left into Boyd's house. House of Pain, House of Wax. Really fucking good movie. We find a lot more about the religious killing. Okay, cool. Once again, I already said that. So I watched the show a week ago, right? And because I watched the show, I feel like my hairs are crazy. I don't even see myself because I'm watching my nose more than the camera. Damn, I look good. In the ground, I'm like, so yeah. I have notes. I don't really remember the show, but I really my notes. Hopefully, and the light was created, and the fire was invented or found, and yeah, the wheels were invented. More than the fire. Fire was invented. Don't actually know how we capture that knowledge, right? I know more about the religious killing. Religious killing, what is that? It's once again the killing in the community and the promising cup and the fact that Deborah is there. There's a really good moments in this show that does a lot for the characters, right? We got Angel foxing with Lopez. Fox things. I actually wrote FOX things. I think I wrote fuck, but I think the note application was like, do not use foul language on me, cancer. They probably didn't even say cancer, you garbage, possibly. So he did fuck thing with Lopez. So Lopez come in and Angel has his bachelor party, right? And they're doing a little fiesta. They're having cerveza and they're having a mojito or margarita, or they're even having tequila. I wouldn't say limoncello, that's Italian. Let's not be insensitive culturally here. Italian Cuban, because I believe he's Cuban. It's in Miami. We know that Miami has a strong Cuban culture, but hey, I'm not a pro. Kinda. I just watched the show. So yeah, so he fucks things up with Lopez. So what Lopez does, Lopez is kind of an asshole, right? And everybody knows that he's an asshole, right? He's still a good cop, I guess. And he tells Angel how he used to fuck Lagerta, and because he used to fuck the Lagerta, the now current wife of Angel drunkenly say, "Talk about my wife." No. Angel was drunk. He was also sitting down, and then we hear Lopez talk. And then you just have Angel screaming, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth," right? Then he walked up on the stage and he slapped them. Yeah, actually happened. This is why Will Smith's story was a bit shady, because we saw it on Dexter in season 5, episode number 4. Just saying. We have the nanny leaves because you see Dexter. He has this incredible nanny, and because he has this incredible nanny, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I want this amazing nanny for my kid because my kid is the best, right? But because I have such a good nanny, I can excuse myself, I can be absent in my child life because I got a good nanny. And the nanny is like, "No bueno, senor Dexter." No, she's not. I think she's possibly English. She has an accent, but I'm not sure as to where from. And yeah, she just leaves. She's like, "Peace out, bro. You're not never there for your own kid. I'm not gonna be the mom to your kid, even though the mom is dead." Just in peace, sweetheart. So yeah, but you understand that the nanny, and again, it's not so shitty. It's kind of well made, but it is a situation. It is a Mike Sorrentino from Jersey Shore. It's a situation, you know. And the situation is, we kind of know why Dexter is so absent, right? But we do care for Dexter. But so far, everything we saw from the nanny, she's a fucking angel sent from heaven itself. And everything that she does is God sent, right? So when Dexter fucks up, he's like, "Yo, I kind of fucked up, but I'm the main character, so I can allow it," right? Have you ever heard of plot armor? Plot armor at its finest. But then when I get nanny, so it's like, well, Dexter, you kind of fucked up. She's actually really nice, you know. So that's pretty much it. We had which means Dexter, a bad dad, right? Dead lets suspect go to save a kid. Okay, so guess what? This is actually really, really important, possibly one of the most important things in the whole episode. The killer, right, the religious killer which we found, right, was a bad guy, because even the friend or the people from his community are like, no, it's an asshole, dude, get him. And he had a kid, and he had the machete. And this is not me being culturally profiling. He had actually a machete. It's both dudes. Pretty cool, huh? And yeah. And she's like, "Oh my god, she's not enough. What do I do? I let him go?" And then she let the killer go. Now, by letting the killer go, a lot of people were dead, right? So what is actually really, really cool in this one is we have an informant, and that informant is willing to talk to the cop, the promising cop that I talked about in the first part of this video, but not dead. And this guy that talked gets killed. So if they were faster to stop that guy, they would have been able to save the informant, which was only doing his job as a good citizen, as a good law-abiding citizen, Gerard Butler. So that she let the suspect go, which is nothing more killing, but she did the right thing, right? Which we're gonna see later on why this is so important. Lumen escape. We have Lumen that managed to escape once again. Dexter, stuck in between being a complete asshole and a good dude, kind of let down his guard, and Lumen escaped. And then he catch her. But there's a really sweet moment, and there's a really, 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 really sweet moment that means a lot. So I'm gonna tell you a spoiler. Now, if you want to hear the spoiler, right, cover your ears and come back on the video in about 10 minutes, because I'm gonna say the spoiler anyway. So I guess I might as well do it now. She runs away, and she finds a group of kids, of like young man, teenager, that's willing to help her. But now, when you know what is a group of killer that kind of kidnapped her or kept her hostage, you understand why she didn't go. But it's still a point of, okay, well, she doesn't trust, she's afraid. She had a chance to run away with them, but she preferred taking a chance with Dexter, who's an actual killer. Doesn't make sense, but kind of makes sense, right? Which is pretty much it. They get closer. There's a really cool scene where Dexter's like, "Yo, I don't want to hurt you," right? If I wanted to kill you, I would have killed you already. And Lumen's actually helping him because she kind of, I don't remember if she stabbed him or something like that. She hurt him. and she helped him getting better, right? That's 6 Blue Women with Deb and Quinn. See, that's the thing. Quinn is in a situation right now, and again, you see, I was complaining in last season about, oh, I don't know what Miguel or Angel, sorry. I always mistake those two. I always mistake those two. And Lagetta and Angel were doing together, and it did feel a little bit because, well, we had those two characters that we didn't do a lot with them, right? So we're here now. Deb and Quinn, I actually believe in Deb's. She has suffered from shitty relationship. Let's do it roundabout on the relationship or the past relationship of Deborah Morgan. So the first one, we remember. Can I get a drum roll, please? The Aisha Killer. Good job. The second one was whom? The second one was Anton. Kind of left her for no other reason. Kind of disappeared from the show. Who knows? Actually plays a good characters in Green Arrow. Also a good show. In case you were wondering. We have episode season number 3. She's back with Lundy, but Lundy didn't really care about her, right? He cared about the job, which is, shit happened, right? And that's in season 4. Season 3, she's with whom? I have forgotten. Nathan. That sucks. Oh well, she's with Quinn right now. And Quinn comes back with a relationship with a hot, a very beautiful, but a shitty person. Which, man, I'm still miss her, dude. Still miss her. Possibly, you know what? I'm gonna be a dude for a second. I'm gonna be a dude, and I'm gonna say how do the female leads or the female character? Of course, Deb is top shelf. But like an asshole, but it's okay because it's for the show. It's for the boys. That's for the boys. It's for the boys. I probably would put down Deb top shelf because she's chill as fuck. She swears. She's like one of the boys without being one of the boys. Then we possibly have. I'm hesitating between Layla. Hey there, Lila, what's this like in New England? I thought you're sweet, but you're a killer, and you almost got my boy, Dexter. Oh, fuck you, almost I am. Hey there, Lila, why you put the kid in a burning condo? I think that's fucked up, but is your MO, so then you just got stuck. Oh, Dexter got the final shot. Oh, Lila, you were crazy. Oh, Lila, you were crazy. Oh, Lila, you're crazy. Oh, Lila, marry me. 1,000 miles seem pretty far, but your crazy ass will not get far when Dexter comes and go and find your way. You will follow you, so true and true, when stuck a knife inside you. I know I shouldn't promote violence this way, but people know it's a fucking show. So take away your guns and hoes. My pretty interpretation of Lila. And we got the girlfriend of Quinn. You also want a song for her. I don't know her name. So we're gonna call her Queenette. Hey there, Queenette. Have you ever heard of daddy issues? I don't know if you do, but your father is kind of crazy. Yes, he is. I heard he beats up all his kids. Oh, all his kids. He mistreats his wife, and that's not cool. And you should know that's not the way you should be treated. But that doesn't excuse you fuck over Quinn. That's not cool. You know that rules. Oh, she's the daughter of Archer. 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 You know that Quinn had real feeling, but you had to go misleading, and you did my boy dirty. Oh, Queenette, you were fucking cute, but that might got you true and true. I will never touch you with a pole, and that's your role. That's my interpretation. Can I get some hand claps? None. Everybody left the bar. Okay. Can I still get a free shots? No. Okay, cool. Yeah, so where am I going with that? I don't know. Well, Lumen. I don't know. Lumen is not my type. Sorry, Lumen. I'll do pleasure. You ain't crazy enough. What can I say? Kind of killing. Okay, Lumen and Dex is outside, right? When I mean outside, I mean in a coffee shop, right? Which is outside because she's still being kidnapped. It's more so a voluntary kidnap because she doesn't leave. And she pinky promised little Dexty that she wasn't gonna do it. And when you pinky promise little Dexty, you become bestie. When you become bestie, you don't betray your bestie, right? Right, you're right. We have more of the Hispanic healing, which is very wrong of me to say. I wrote down Hispanic healing, but it's Cuban healing in the Cuban community of the lovely city or lovely island, I don't fucking know, of Miami. But it leads to nowhere. It leads to nowhere in the fact that, okay, well, there's a lot of killings, and they're like, oh my god, we know who it is, we don't know where he is, and it kind of sucks. Because you know exactly, okay, so if you have a killer, right? If you have a killer, amazing, right? Amazing. But there's a build-up for him. We don't even know it's him, we're not really sure it's him. See, and that's the thing with the season 5 that's a bit weird. Usually we have parallel. Dexter killing, the police department trying to do their job, right? Ultimately speaking, Dexter gonna get ahead, but him working with the police, like, okay, well, it got away, right? And that's one thing. But then you realize that in this one, it's not parallel, it's perpendicular, which is going each direction, right? And you're like, Dexter killing is a bit more nice. But are Dexter killing a bit more nice because I prefer Dexter, or because that killer was nice? Yes, I don't know. Right? I do not know. I don't know why. At least no. Where did Lumen return to kill? Right? Lumen return to kill. Where did I write that? The task lead. I think. Actually, no. I have no idea what I was trying to say here. Lumen return to kill. Okay. Ah, yes. Okay. Cool. I remember. See, fucking ADHD. Hello. So Lumen. Dex tells her, no, you're gonna run away. You have a chance at normal life. She said, oh, but I want to kill them. It's like, Dexter's like telling him, no, you don't want to. I'll trade you your liberty, but if I trade you your liberty, right, you have to go away. And she's like, okay. And then she returns and she said, no, I want to kill them. And then she cannot sleep. And Dexter explains why she cannot sleep and what is the risk. And it kind of, it's funny. Dexter kind of, not necessarily, I don't want to say initiator to the Code of Harry, but his version of the Code of Harry. So without the whole moral aspect, without just the main line. And the problem with the main line is Dexter, the reason why he is right now is because of how he was raised, right? The seed that grew into roots that grew into a tree, right? Now, with Lumen, you have a seed that grew into a tree. Where's the roots? At a simple push, this shoe will fall. Now, you're gonna say, oh, Ink, you're exaggerating. Excuse me, you remember Miguel? Remember when Dexter taught him a little bit of the Code of Harry? Remember, okay, you remember, that's good. You remember how Miguel handled? Now you can say, yeah, but Miguel was different than Lumen. Sure, but it's the same situation, right? Okay. Number 6, the free moment with Devin Quinn. These Devin Quins are just funny, like, not necessarily love and hate, but kind of love and hate. But again, it's the fact that you really believe in them. I actually really like Quinn in this season, and I always like Deb. So I'm like, okay, well, these two are my faves, and because my faves are going to be together, I at least will be able to be the godfather of their kids, right? Their unborn child. So it's kind of cute. But ultimately speaking, is you buy the relationship, but you buy it more as a not necessarily friend with benefit, but it's like, okay, well, the honeymoon phase is here. They're fucking a lot. Pardon my French. But it's apart from that, they're not really romantic. But again, you don't really see Quinn as a romantic guy, and you don't really see Deborah as a romantic guy. Even though she's a woman, it should be treated as such. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? We got more with Harry, right? Code of Harry. Just remember with Harry. And what is actually cool here is that Harry he's telling. It's kind of funny because to some degree, it does feel like Harry is a. Okay. So Harry's dead, right? And in season 1 and in season 2, you really believe that everything that Harry's saying is something he either said before or something he would say, and Dexter has the confirmation that he would say that. But then, after the Code of Harry is being put in question, right? Oh, but No, I don't want to see that. Sorry. I was clicking and I was watching Talk to the Corn, so I didn't want Corn to pop on the stream. And I'm also recording the stream for a stream. Like, and then we have the question, the code of Harry the question, right? And it does feel like the code of Harry changed. And instead of being the guy that's always over Dexter's shoulders, right? Dexter will call upon Harry. Oh, I need you right now. Or what would Harry do, right? And it's more free. It's like, what would Harry say, right? And it's kind of cool because Dexter takes liberty. Oh, I think he would say that, but there's no confirmation. There's not even a hint. There's not even a hint of, oh yeah, he would have said that, right? It just maybe he would have said that. I think he would have said that. So we have more of Harry, and this version of Harry is what I'm going to be teaching to Lumen. The biggest difference between those two, which is really nice, is we saw Harry a lot. When it was the code of Miguel, Harry was telling Dexter, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it. And that's when, for the first time in the series, Dexter's like, yeah, fuck Harry, dude. I want to listen to myself. I want to listen to myself. I want to be my own One Direction. Little shout out to Harry Styles, right? Because I have to. And then when it comes to Lumen, you see that Harry doesn't really say to Dexter, don't do it, do not do it, right? It's kind of cool. We got Dexter is being a good dad, and it's kind of cool because Dex being a good dad is possibly because the nanny is not there, right? And he gets her back. See, the nanny, the stupid thing is she leaves, and then in the same episode, they're like, Dexter convinced her to come back. So why did you do that? Why would you do that? Why didn't you say, like, why didn't you have them sit down together and say, hey, if you don't take care of your kid, I'm gonna leave. Now, it does feel like it's a narrative more interesting, but it feels like a narrative that didn't need to be there. And when your show is putting in too much narrative that you don't need to be there, it's possibly because the show itself is lacking. But who knows? Did I fuck up? And we're back. Sorry about this, guys. I didn't fuck up. I thought I was done recording the voice on the stream itself. With Harry, Lumen catch a guy. Okay, cool. So Lumen catch a guy, right? And that guy. So what happened is so in the last episode we know she's not leaving, right? And the scene that I didn't talk about, and the scene that actually makes sense now, was Lumen was constantly her word, constantly. And then what happened was she goes to the airport and she's being sick for metal, right? And they're touching her, and because they're touching her, it reminds her of the trauma of being R word, right? Because of that, she goes back. So we know that she's back, but Dexter doesn't know, right? She catch one of the guys that was one of the person that did that to her, that did the trauma to her. Now the good thing here, the really cool thing is, there's a moment in which, and I think that's brilliant, there's a moment in which that's fucking so smart to put that in the show. I couldn't believe my own eyes, and I got to. So what they do is, Lumen catch a guy, and the guy swears up and down, she's crazy, I didn't do nothing, right? And for a second, you can see Dexter's face. I kind of believe the guy. He's like, are you sure that's the guy? Maybe you're only having trauma, right? Also, speaking, that is very cool because it does show that Dexter feels sympathetic to Lumen, but she doesn't have carte blanche. She doesn't have like full budget on what to do, right? But then we catch the same guy actually calling, and then they're saying, yo, she's alive, which raises the alarm for the other criminals. We don't know how many other criminals there is. That's pretty much it. We got the Quinn bar scene, and it's kind of cool because Debs, she keep on saying that, oh, he's only a fuck. But then she see Quinn get hit on by a woman because he's Mr. Good-looking guy, right? And actually, the actor, if you see him nowadays, aged like fine freaking wine. And yeah, it's actually pretty cool. So she see him get hit on, and she's like, oh my god, that's my man. She's getting jealous, but she is possibly like, ooh, lovey-dovey, right? And then you feel bad for Ned because, see, I don't know if a lot of people believe that or are gonna understand that, but in my mind, Deb is Dex's sister. And because we love Dexter and we see the world through Dexter's eye, she kind of becomes our little sister. She kind of becomes the person that we want to protect. right? Even though this season she's been a rock hard sister, she's been there for Dexy, and she's still a little sister to Dexter. You don't want to get hurt, and you don't want to. There's the fatal like, oh, we don't put in the player, and then you're in a position of you're a dude and you have a girlfriend. She's not your girlfriend, but she's a friend. It's a woman. You're not a friend. That's a woman. She's like going out with a player, and what you do, you just make the bro code, even though you don't know the guy, or you tell the girl like, no, this guy's no good. You know, it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. It's tough. Mike Sorrentino. I watched a lot of Jersey Shore lately, so that's why the situation is a word I use a lot. So yeah, some grenades, GTL, Jitam Laundry, taxi with here, t-shirt time, yeah. Am I forgetting something? I'm pretty much forgetting a lot. It's okay. That's not the show that we're reviewing. Dex is absent, right? Again, Dex being an absent dad, right? Dex being an absent dad kind of sucks because he just promised the Manny, I'm gonna be so much better, bruh. I promise you. Then we have the really nice duality between Quinn and Deb, and it's funny because Quinn and Deb, when you don't, Quinn and Deb is easy to see why it would work, but it's also easy to see why it wouldn't work, right? These guys possibly have a lot in common, but doesn't mean that they belong together. Versus Angel and Lagerta, and these two, they look like they're in the same age group. They both hold justice to a higher regard. They're both pretty. They both have a pretty similar view of what to do and what not to do, right? So when you see that, you're like, okay, well that makes sense, right? And then you see Quinn and Deb, that's like, I don't know if that's gonna be working. But then we see them, and they're really like a nice couple versus Angel and Lagerta, and then like, they're going through a rough patch, right? So it's kind of nice with duality, and it's again is, I believe it's because I prefer the couple. This is, I love Angel. There's a lot of things that I love about Angel. For example, Me Amo, when Angel he takes Dexter under his wing and he meets Lila and he's like, yo, I'm Dexter's best friend, which Dexter never said he was his best friend. Angel just thought he was his best friend and said, yo, I'll be your best friend, right? And then Dexter kind of have a best, he kind of wanted best man, and Angel right away is like, oh yo, it's me, right? So it's kind of cool. It's really cool. But then Angel gets less and less moments, and the moment that he has are not really boring, but not really interesting, right? When you have Quinn, who's also a good actor, but when you have Quinn that has more scene than freaking Angel that's been there since season 1, I don't know. See, that's the thing. Quinn has been introduced in season 2. And I know what you're gonna say. There's 8 seasons. Season 2 is possibly OG. Is it, or season 1 is OG? Because I believe season 1 is OG. That's pretty much it. Episode number, drumroll please. Why aren't you scrolling? I don't know what happened. I maybe should do this to get you to scroll. Oh you lag, oh you lag. Oh you lag, oh you lag. Okay, so my notes application has completely frozen up. And we're back. Dominic Wang. Welcome to part 3. My note application completely lagged, and I was trying to be a champion that knows what he's doing, which I'm clearly not, because I closed the entire, not phone, the entire screen, and because we closed the entire screen, we lost a couple of things. We're back with Dexter, episode 7 of season 5. We have Illumina and Dexter, right? Joint life, both. Joint life. Okay. Horribly written, but I can still get into the mind of the Vendetta, the genius, or the village idiots. I don't know how you want to call it. I prefer genius, please. Thank you. And yeah, so we have Dexter and Dexter's Joint Life. They're basically linked together, right? And they're sharing a lot. And it's such a weird thing. It's like Lumen is this lost soul, and Dexter's kind of the shepherd to this lost sheep. But in itself, Dexter is a lost sheep. See, the crazy thing is, Dexter, um, the absolute crazy thing is because before Dexter found Lumen, he was completely lost, right? And because he found Lumen, he was able to kind of come back, right? And we don't know if it's because he's helping Lumen or it's healing. Because again, there's no continuity. There's no, oh well, the week passed, a month passed. We don't know. Both probably going after, right? Kill. Dexter's enjoying life, right? Which is kind of cool, right? Lumen is still a prisoner, so basically she's having some unknown package, which is a nice version of capitalistic. And it's good to know that even in a serial killer novel, capitalistic still have a hold on each and everybody, right? So she's ordering some things from Amazon. She's like, Dexter's like, yo, you're getting shit shipped here, bruh? And she's like, yeah, I need some, which is right, but there's no boundary put here. Dexter doesn't trust her to go out, but Lumen doesn't care about what Dexter's want, which is ultimately what leads Lumen to do what she does. But then it's ultimately why Dexter kind of likes her, because she doesn't follow the rule. He doesn't follow the rule either. So prisoner, it worked. The barrel had been moved. So in season 5, episode 1, we find out that Boyd had a lot of barrel in which he hid the body. And the bodies, we found 12 barrels, which means there were 12 victims, which is confirmed much later on by the police station. And like, yo, it was 12 victims, right? No, it was 13. The 13th was Lumen. Ergo, there's missing one body. Ergo, she's possibly still alive. Ergo, if she's alive, where she is? Where is she? We don't know. What actually plays a big part in the story later on. The battle that didn't work, right? Move, which means that people know about the situation. When I wrote people know about the situation, it also puts a timeline. See Dexter, because again, there's no pacing in the show. Dexter say, I'm gonna heal Lumen. I don't know how much I'm gonna take, but I'm gonna heal Lumen. Now, the police discovering the barrel start the investigation, right? And when we start the investigation, we have a time now, right? And people know about the situation. Enter Jordan Chase, the beautiful thing. It's probably one of the best killer we had so far. And I know what you're saying, dude. Better than the Trinity killer, hear me out. And the first killer of the season, we have Boyd, which is a serial killer, right? Killed 12 bodies. He wasn't alone, right? My apologies. But then the second one we see, and he was listening to an album, which is Jordan Chase. Who is Jordan Chase? That's actually a quick question. Jordan Chase is your typical alpha male, typical guru, typical investor, typical spokesperson to say, yo, go after life, fuck everybody else, fuck the haters, go, right? And he's possibly linked to the killing because two of these people that were killed had links with Jordan Chase, right? So like, okay, well maybe he's involved, right? And it's funny because this is one of the first time where the police actually have something on Dexter. They actually have something on, well, maybe he's a bad guy, maybe he is, you know? The most important killer, why? Because, see, he is one of the most important killer in a very simple way. Let's go back in time. I shot killer. One person, but he had a copycat. Let's go with the Lena romance killing, which is pretty hot. Third one, we had Miguel who talked just like Dexter, right? I'm gonna kill for justice. However, just like Dexter, he didn't want to be found out, right? Number 4, we have the Trinity Killer. Trinity Killer was able to have 13 years of killing with only Lundy being aware of the situation, which is actually pretty good. Now, Jordan Chase, if he's able to inspire people to kill, that's an important killer. It is an important notion of a killer, a leader killer, which we don't see. A killer with a cult, a killer with followers, and a killer that can bring to birth. I don't know if that sounds okay, but a killer that can see a lot of other killers being born, right? Plus infiltration of the pub. We have the a investigation of the pub. One of the most important shots
Once again, the killer takes an hostage, and once again, it's Deb that's there, and it's kind of fucked up because Deb was told you did a good job by not shooting, and this time she's actually shoot at the killer, and guess what? She succeeded at the shot. She's able to succeed at the shot. She takes out the killer. Nobody's hurt except for the asshole, right? But then she gets into a problem, right? But it's still cool because she missed doing that the first time. So we're seeing a growth from them. And a growth is not always going to be positive. A growth is also like, you didn't kill somebody that needs to be killed. But now you killed it, so you're doing good, right? So up to interpretation, I guess. We got Lagerta and Deb fighting. The Lagerta and Deb fighting is actually kind of cool, kind of interesting. So the Lagerta is more so follow the code, more so paper, more so, well, you killed the killer, but you killed him in a public place. A lot of people saw it, and a lot of people were going to remember it. But Deb is more so, well, he was going to kill either way, and possibly just save a bunch of people, right? And without saying necessarily, where's my medal? Where's my fucking medal, right? Just saying. We got the show where it's very graphic. Fuel surrounded by killer. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. We skipped a little bit. We got the Dexter that goes to a Jordan show, right? Show where it's very graphic, right? And I said fuel, but I meant full, in full, which is French for a crowd. The brilliant mind of a dumbass. So yeah, so it goes to a show, and then the show, there's a lot of graphics, design of animals killing each other, and they're kind of showing strength. They're kind of showing strength. They're showing strength in nature, so they're showing predator, right? So when you say predator, you say prey. Or if you talk about ink or Einstein Kill, you talk about the predator. The prey becomes predator. Predator becomes prey, which is one of the best album, right? Before Fable, before Summer Stream, which arguably is one of their best album. So come on, in red. I think I miss Einstein Kill for real. They became a bit mainstream. I was like, ugh, you're not the cool band I knew. What I mean by that is by showing that the predators are always going to be on top of the food chain, which is the truth. You're also showing killing, and by showing killing, a lot of people that are very influenceable could believe that, okay, well, if I kill, I'm the predator. I'm the predator, I'm strong. If I'm strong, the world is mine, which is not the truth, surprisingly. Lumen X come back. So it's kind of funny because Lumen X come back, and Lumen X coming back is like, yo, you have a chance with normal life. You have a chance with your life of going away. And it's kind of funny because there's something I didn't tell you. There's a letter that is really changing the mind of Dexter. So in the beginning, Dexter had this hostage, and she doesn't know what to do. And then he find out that she had a letter, and he reads the letter, and you realize in the letter that Lumen is a victim of circumstances. She didn't choose to be there. She was there visiting somebody. She was on a vacation. She was at the wrong place at the wrong time. She has a life. She still has a life, right? And Dexter's like, she knows who I am. I'll make her go away. She won't ever have a comeback, which makes me kind of safe. I'm one guy out of a billion person. I'm one guy with whom you know the face, you know the name. Like, you don't know what I do. You don't know where I live. You don't know where you are. You know that you're in Miami, but you're in an apartment, not my real house, right? Which is once again what's going on. So the ex coming back is like, yo, wanna come back? And for Lumen, she's like, Lumen had a chance to go back, but because she didn't want to, she wanted vengeance. She didn't. But then she has to choose between love and vengeance, and she shows violence. She shows revenge. But it's still nice to know that she had a past life, and her past life still means something to her. See, it's kind of cool because we see Dexter as this almost born killer. He was very young when he wanted to start killing, right? But then you see Lumen, and she's like, no, Lumen never chose that life. Lumen was always one of the person that decided, yo, I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to kill, right? Because nobody wants to kill. But then she wants to take vengeance, and vengeance is different than killing. Once she killed the people that did that to her, when she started killing, when she stopped killing, we don't know, but we have a good idea that she would. We have the secret investigation come much closer. Right? The secret investigation, I don't know what I meant by that because there's two investigations going on. The secret investigation, and I understand exactly what I meant. The secret investigation is, once again, now Quinn is kind of fucked. Quinn is kind of fucked. You think that Dexter is a killer, and you can say that, oh, Quinn is dirty, but he's still a cop. And if Dexter's the killer, he has to stop it, right? So you're being a private investigator. No, the private investigator is a pussy move because he knows that you want to spend time with Deb, and you know that if Deb find out that she's looking for her brother, right, as a killer, she'll leave him. So selfishly, he's like, yo, I want a cake and I want to eat it too. So I want a cake, which is Deb, booty, and I want the cake, and I want to eat it too, which is getting Dexter Morgan, his nemesis. It's Darth Plagueis to this Qui-Gon Jinn. And it's like, yo, one stone, two birds, right? That's the expression too, I guess. It's an expression in French, hello. Come closer. And what is kind of cool is the special investigator realized that Dexter is shady as fuck. Shady as fuck. Now, the beautiful thing, the beautiful narratively speaking, the third thing that happened is the special investigator is crooked too. He takes the food out of Quinn's fridge, he drinks his alcohol, which is like, yo, you're crossing a boundary. And because the guy's kind of an asshole, Quinn is like, yo, you're an asshole, Dexter's an asshole, but you're an asshole too. The answer to an asshole is not another asshole, right? So like, fuck you, but the reality is, the special investigator kind of confirmed what Quinn was thinking. Dexter is shady. We don't know how shady he is until we do it. We got Lumen who's assisting Dexter ritual, right? And it's kind of cool, but she has trauma. So Dexter is like, yo, you want to take the kill? And the reason, and it's again, it's very nice lead narratively put together. So Dexter kind of need the killing, need to kill himself, to have like a desire, a need, a physical need to kill, right? And then there's a part of me that wants to believe that he offered the kill to Lumen because he thinks that if he give her the kill, she'll be healed. There's another part of me that believes that the reason why he doesn't want to do the kill is because he knows it's not going to serve a purpose. So I think, Dexter thinks, that by healing Lumen, he's going to heal himself, and he thinks that by letting her kill that guy, she'll heal her. Now, in the mind of Dexter, it does sound like a crazy plan, but in the mind of Dexter, he became a killer via trauma, right? You have the container full of blood. Lumen became a killer via drama. So if it healed him, why wouldn't it heal her, you know? It's hard to say. That's trauma more of Jordan, right? It's kind of cool because we have more of Jordan. And by that is Dexter goes at the second time. But this time he aims at Rita. And why is that a problem is because Jordan, ultimately speaking, right, takes Dexter as a puppet, a pupil, right? He takes Dexter as a pupil the way he took his boy and the other killer in his group as pupil. He sees something dark in Dexter. He wants to exploit it to become another killer, right? Now, Dexter speaking, right? There's intent, there's no action. The intent is discovering more about Dexter, which he finds out about Rita, which means he knows exactly who Dexter is, he has connection. The no action is like, I don't think you're a killer, I don't think you're gonna go against me, so I will not go against you, right? Because I won't go against you, there's fear here. Which is pretty much it. The higher up, the side that is to blame, the higher up is the boss of Lagata. He's saying, so there's a possibility, right? We were talking about how the promising cop was the one that was going to get blamed. Now, technically speaking, it's kind of like a dirty move, but it's kind of an understandable move. The dirty cop and the hierarchy and the grading and the, I think hierarchy is the perfect word, and the importance in the eyes of the department, she's lower than them. Because she's lower than them, so it's Lagata, Deb, and the police officer. Since the police officer is at the bottom, she's the scapegoat. She did it, right? But then it's like, no, Deb is the guilty one. And the problem here is, you know that this is Lagata. And you know that she had something to do with it. But the reality is, Lagata, since Deb did the killing, Deb came for Lagata pretty hard. She was like, yo, I did the right thing, you know I did the right thing. You're just too afraid of the consequences, but you would have done the... She said, I don't remember exactly what she said, but it's along the line of, you know that's the right thing to do. And the fact that you wouldn't have done it says more about you as a kind of like a politician than a cop, right? And also, what is beneath the line, or between the line, whatever you want to call it, um, one of the biggest problem in the wedding of Lagata and Angel is Angel see Deb as see. There's a really beautiful scene here. There's a really cool scene here. And I believe it's in this episode, but I'm not sure, right? We got Angel, right? Who, Deb, she gets transferred to the department. And she kind of get, not necessarily fired, but she's like, no, you're not a cop anymore. You're not a lieutenant. You're working desk, right? And you got Angel who comes to her. And he's like, yo, no matter what, I'm going to try to get you back your shield. And Debbie's like, you're so nice to me. Why are you doing that? And Angel says, you're like my kid's sister. Which, ultimately speaking, is actually really sweet. It's really sweet, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I should take it. So it's really sweet because since day one, and I can vouch for it. You can personally take me for responsible for this. You can take me accountable for saying this. Since the very beginning of the show, Angel has been super supportive of Deb. He's been very supportive. Now, I believe some part of it is because he likes Deb. He likes Dexter, and because he likes Dexter like a brother, it's like, it's like it's like you don't fuck bro's sister. Not necessarily because she's his sister, but because you guys are so close. It's kind of weird. You kind of see her as your own sister, right? Kind of weird. And I'm not judging, but I'm just saying. And so yeah, so I feel like Angel treats Deb as a sister because he's so close to Dex, but it could also be since the very beginning he has her back. You can also see her as his younger sister. Now later on, we learn that he has a younger sister, and see people like that. Okay, people like that, father, mother, older brother, older sister. They will often do that. They will often see other kids that remind them of their younger sister, younger sibling, or kids, and say, "Yeah, I remember my kids being like that, and that's why I'm going to protect you or I'm going to help you out," right? Which is, again, I think it's like a parenting instinct, or yeah, parenting instinct actually pretty good. For the club fiasco, but Angel come to back up Deb, right? Which is cool. It's really sweet. Has really sweet moments. At 9, let's get closer to Jordan, and this is kind of a problem with the pacing. So in this episode, we got Jordan that says, "Yo," to Dexter, "Yo, I can help you, bro." And Dexter's like, okay, how can you help me? And then the other episode, the very next one, right? The very next one come as Dexter being in the chamber with Jordan, and they're both running up on treadmills. They're next to each other. So ultimately speaking, it makes sense because Dexter used to be a cable show. Cable show often meant an episode next week, next episode. So there's a week, and because there's a week, you're like, oh yeah, I remember they were gonna help each other, and it kind of makes sense. But when you're watching it, when you binge watching it, it seems to go fast, and it does seem like we're missing some information. But ultimately speaking, does it matter to know why he's running treadmill? How did he get there? Or you can say, well, Jordan said I was going to help you, and this is the help he meant. And I think this is the help he meant. Dexter, by doing a research on Jordan, discovered a blood pendant, and he knows it's blood, right? And because he knows it's blood, he's able to say, okay, well, he's a killer, right? And he's also able to identify the blood. So what is kind of cool by identifying the blood is if Dexter, because once again we got the barrel that moved, right? Narratively speaking, we're doing good. The barrel that were moved, because the barrel that were moved, well, there's a possibility, there's a very slight but very present possibility that Dexter has access to the blood of the victim. And if the blood of the victim coincide or match the blood in the pendant, then Jordan is involved. If it doesn't match, then it's another possible victim, right? The problem is Dexter takes a little bit of the blood, and Jordan understands and took a bit of the blood. So this is possibly because Jordan is very smart, or possibly because Dexter made a mistake. Now, I want to think that Dexter made a mistake. I don't think that Dexter made a mistake because he's focusing on Lumen. Why I want to think that? Because I want to think as Dexter as a flawed person versus the character that's been shown to be perfect in every single season. The lab, right? We have Rita's daughter, right? Which is I don't remember her name. Aster? Aster, right. She went back to the apartment, and ultimately speaking, the very first episode, like this episode for me was a bit weaker because you have the daughter of Rita coming back, Aster, and she's causing problem, and she's again blaming Dexter for what happened to her mom, which is actually normal because she's mourning, but it's normal, but at the same time, with something that we've already seen, and because it's something that we already seen, you're like, okay, bro, move on. But at the same time, it's a kid. She's dealing with it, right? And yes, Rita was dead. It's a questionable thing to do because the whole season we kind of not necessarily forget, but there's no communication between the kids of Rita and Dexter. So like, they're still there, but you don't expect them to come back. Now, Alistair, the reason why it's cool that she is the one that's back is Cody never was angry at Dexter, and Dexter had to fix the bridge with Aster, and so that's kind of cool that she's the one, right? She's a teen. It's we got Deb who's trying to help out, but Aster, she's a mess. She's drinking. She has a friend, and actually a really cool moment. There's a really cool ending to this episode, but the build up is so slow. We have Deb that switch departments, right? It's good because she learned her friend is being abused. Okay, sorry, I kind of fucked that up. She switched departments, which basically leads her to be an archive, and archive is actually one of Deb's specialty. We know that for a fact. So possibly could pick up something or dig up some information to get back into the good graces of the department, right? We have the friend of Aster, who the one she was drinking with, and we realize that she's being abused, and her dad is the one abusing her. Now, why is that important is actually really important. So by the dad abusing her, right, we understand that Aster was just trying to protect, right? So Aster was trying to be the defiant one, and it's kind of fucked up, okay? What I'm going to say is actually really fucked up. What I'm going to say is disgusting, but I have to say it, right? I'm 31 years old. Now, I'm not a father, right? I'm not a father. But, for example, right, my kids start to act out, and I believe that he's acting out because he's friend with this other kid, and this other kid, I know he acts out. Now, there's a possibility that the bad influences or the bad apple in the friendship is my kid. It's almost a relief to know that this is the friend of Aster that's the problem. But since it's the friend of Aster, then Aster is doing the right thing. Because she's doing the right thing, we are kind of happy. But it's kind of disgusting because we're happy that Aster is not a good person. We're also happy because another person is getting abused, which sucks. We learn that her father is a abusive. It hits Dex, right? Papa side. I wrote Papa side because I thought it was funny. And we have him beat up the father. Now, ultimately speaking, it's not the first time that Dexter beat up someone. Dexter beat up Elliot, which was the neighbor. Elliot beats up. He beats up the one who was breaking away, the one who was causing damage to properties and the neighborhood when he first moved in with Rita. We also had him being physical with like a bunch of people, right? But in this one, it's kind of cool because it's Dexter. Like, don't trust Dexter. Dexter will kill criminals, but civilian Dexter will actually hit people that deserves it. So you see that it's kind of cool that we're getting that, and it's kind of cool because he feels. I don't know if it's cool because that's his papa side or that's because she's the friend of his daughter, so he feels responsible for her. I don't know. Beat up to try to help Aster, but it's hard, right? Because he's trying to help out Aster, but the problem with Aster is she doesn't want to listen to him, and Aster doesn't want to listen to him because it's not a real dad. But Aster is also in a position where Dexter is also in a position where he's not that good with kids. He's not that good with teenager, right? And Aster's like, no, fuck you, I'm not gonna tell. And Dexter's like, oh fuck, what do I do, right? After it's hard. Deb goes after Lagerta, right? It goes after Lagerta and saying that she was wrongfully terminated. She had something against her the whole time, and there was some rivalry between Lagerta and Debs. So it does make sense. And then Quinn acts as a good boyfriend, and he's telling Deb, no, bro, she's not against you. She suspended me too. And then Deb's like, why were you suspended? And Quinn lets out a problem, right? is a problem because he lets out, oh, because I thought your brother was a killer. The way he said it, it's like, oh, I'm stupid, but Deb's like, no, fuck you, dude. My brother is not a killer. So yeah, so that's the end of the relationship between Quinn and Deb, right? We have the piece between Dex and Aster, which is actually kind of cool because we see Aster saying, hey, come and see Cody, which is ultimately Aster serving a role of, I believe in you, I forgive you, we're good. It serves a purpose, but we don't know if we're going to see those two again, Cody and Aster. And if we don't see them again, then it doesn't serve a purpose. And if we do see them again, then it serves a good purpose. So I guess it's kind of up to the viewer to choose, right? 10, they move in on Jordan. So what they do is they move in on Jordan, they bring him to the office, and Jordan's like, no, it doesn't happen. But there's a moment here, which is actually really, really, really cool, where Jordan goes after Dexter and say, yo, I know that you know, I'm gonna go after you, right? And then Dex is like, okay, well, fuck you, we're on. But the both of them, they have to act like, no, we're not really trusting each other, although it's intended. And I think both parties understand that they're actually going after each other. And now what is interesting is, there's a couple of things that's interesting. The one that was going, Dexter always had like this person going after him. Like in this first season, it was his brother who knew who Dexter was or what he was. We have Layla, who knew what Dexter was. And then we had Miguel, who knew what Dexter was. And then we had Archer, who at the end knew what Dexter was, right? So all of this serves a purpose of, okay, well, it's repeated, but there's a small difference. See, the big difference is now he's involved with Lumen. So before, it was mano y mano, man versus man, but now it's like, no, I got a team. The problem is, Jordan also had a team. So what is kind of cool is they went into Void, right? And then they found out 12 disc, which is horrible. So what happened was people were filming what they were doing to their victim. And they were kind of filming what they did to Lumen. And we know by Lumen, not necessarily story, but her witness report, I guess, that they were raping the girls, they were torturing the girls. So we see that in disc, and it's disgusting. And the problem is, right, they're shooting disc. There's 12 victims. So by knowing that one of those victims isn't found or isn't dead, we think that she might be the one that survived, and she might be looking for vengeance, right? Which is actually, the second they know that's Lumen, she's fucked. However, so you'll be so right when you tell me, Ink, Lumen was a tourist. She didn't have to go. She possibly isn't even on any register. Well, that's not true. There's one person that know about Lumen. The one person that know about Lumen is the private investigator. Right. Now, there's a big disadvantage. There's a huge disadvantage. Dexter knows about Jordan. Dexter knows that Jordan is going after him. Doesn't know that the private investigator goes after him. That's bad. The discard brutals. Women find a victim and interview. She found another victim. So the problem is with that victim. She has an interview, but that victim was years ago, and she survived. But they did something bad to her. They kind of raped her. They kind of tortured her, but they didn't kill her. So it was like the genesis of, it was possibly the first victim, right? We find another one of George's homie, right? We have more of an inspection. The other one of his homie is the guy that works at the bank. The guy that works at the bank has fucking trophies. And so we find at the trophy, we find Lumen trophy, which is the proof that he's one of them. And he swear that he doesn't have any problem. Now, the problem with this one, and I know this is going to sound wrong, Void, nobody gives a shit, right? The second one, nobody gave a shit. But this guy actually had the family, actually had the wife. So now you're like, okay, well, guess what? Those people are going to miss him, right? And that's pretty much it. Jordan Linter victim talked. So the victim, the old victim, she tells everything to Debs. She doesn't tell Dexter, but she tells to Debs. See, which is kind of cool, because now you could think that, okay, well, Debs possibly has a step above Dexter because she has a victim, but Dexter also has a victim. Now, she's not the old victim, but she is the victim. And it's Lumen, right? Makes sense? Makes sense. Cool. Glad that we can agree. Victim. We're more moving into Jordan, but now Jordan knows that Dex is shady. it was intended that Jordan knew that Dexter was shady, but it was proven again with this scene of them going together. We have Lumen initiation, right? Intro to the first kill, and it's kind of cool because the preparation is the same. She's wearing the same outfit as Dexter, which is kind of cool. There's a really weird romantic moment, right? Right, where they're going into a Piers on a date, and Dexter, he wants to buy her something, a jewelry. She's like, no, that's not my type. And then he wants to buy her a knife, and she's like, oh yeah, I like this one, which is actually kind of weird. Listen, I have nothing against Lumen, but it does feel a little bit like she's trying to emulate Dexter. It feels a bit forced. With Layla, it was, oh, she's fucking crazy. Lumen is more like, oh, well, Dexter is a killer, and I like Dexter, so I'm going to be a killer too, right? Feel like that. We have the banker, right? The banker kills. Jordan calls Debs. So it's funny because Jordan calls Debs into the killer house, knowing that, knowing that the banker is the next one. So the banker calls Jordan and said, yo, they know. And then Jordan, who's a fucking mastermind, tells the next person, the possible next victim, say, no, stay here. You look shady. But in reality, he leaves his friend as bait. You know that Dexter will go after the bait. So by doing that, he goes into the house and he calls the police. And then because he called the police, he don't have the time to clean, right? To realize everyone in the street is killed. Desus, I don't know why I wrote Desus. Okay, cool. So they realized that everybody that there were 13 victims versus 12 victims because they find again the trophy case. And they say who was the 13 killer, and then it's Masuka that says if there's a killer out there, she might be linked to all of these killings because now there's 3 killings that were directly linked with each other. And again, it's so cool because the direct link is Jordan, so they know that Jordan is somehow involved. They cannot prove his involvement. Okay, the killer is the victim, does not know Lumen is victim, but the private eye do. Exactly. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Your drug take me. This is the part where I do. I'm fine, but I'm lying. I just don't want you to worry. This is the part where I tell all my problem, but I know, but nobody knows how to fix me. I can't breathe. I'm living for the exile. Feel my pain and I'm wishing well. Still no love, but oh well. Chest on my chest like an anvil. Hand heal, looking me like hell. Drug killing me softly like hell. Sometimes I don't know how to feel. Ring ring. Phone call from depression. You took my past and my pain as a weapon. On the other line, I'm fucking to addiction. Tell all the drugs that I miss them. This isn't real, is it fiction? Cry out for help, is it missing? I don't will be the one. This is the part where I tell you I'm fine, but I'm lying. Just don't want you to worry. This is the part where I fix all my problem. But I don't want nobody to hurt me. I can't breathe. Living for the exile. To my pain and I'm wishing well. Still no love. But oh well. Stressing like another handle. To the handle. You're killing me softly like hell. Sometimes I don't know how to feel. Sometimes I don't know how to feel. Let's be for real. If it wasn't for the pills, I wouldn't be here. But if I keep taking those pills, I won't be here. Yeah, I just told you all my secrets. Yeah, spare me the pieces. I really need to leave them. Taking the drug, but now the drug takes me. This is the part where I said, I'm on fire, but I'm lying. You just don't want to worry. Can't breathe, living for the exile. And I'm wishing well, still no love, but oh well. That's another hand. You're killing me softly like hell. I don't know what to tell. Ring, ring, ring.
Phone call from depression. You can be real with the fiction. Suffer up. You will listen.
This guy's any better. This is top tier. I saw some girl.
So what can
Get him. Voilà, merci comme ça, après le match.
Voilà. Pas. Comme il a passé à côté. Fait que pour la prochaine fois qu'il va voir un King en haut, il va avoir la muselière encore. Là, à cause de Hugo, il faut que je mette des levels au King. Pas le choix. Fait que à mi-diamant, ça doit être mini King. Les éditeurs vont prendre le mini King, vont vouloir passer à l'étape supérieure. 10 000 diamants. Diamants, je serai à quoi? Junior King. 25 000 diamants. Senior King. 40 000 diamants. Super King. TikTok, je dis TikTok, c'est pas le monde, c'est TikTok. C'est pas le monde, c'est TikTok. Mais...
Chaque multiplier, je peux le faire. Ouais. Parfait. Ouh, je peux faire ça, ouais. Ça, c'est clair. Imaginez-moi, dans un compte normal, que je suis capable de faire des lives, mais non, minimum 30 personnes tout le temps. Imaginez-moi avec un compte comme ça. Ça m'arrive des fois de me fermer les yeux, d'y penser, là. Je me rouvre les yeux très rapidement parce que je suis fucking épaté, man, de tous les diamants que je fais rentrer, man. Du classement, les classements que je fais, man. Ouais.
TikTok me fait perdre tellement de temps et tellement de diamants d'argent, là. C'est incroyable. Puis c'est stupide de sa part, même, parce que j'en ferais du monde dépenser même pour acheter des pièces. C'est ça son but, man? Que le monde dépense, achète des pièces?
Non, 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 non.
Mais où mon algorithme, man, il y aurait une plus grosse machine, man, que man, du Zaki Kaka, etc. Il me fait perdre du temps et de l'argent, et il perd de l'argent. Je vois pas aussi où ça logique, man.
Logique qui? Logique toi, hein?
Malgré man, son estime de niaisage avec moi, il me voit tout le temps assez souvent dans le classement, ou proche du classement. Ça devrait le motiver à ouvrir l'algorithme parce qu'il va faire plus d'argent, mais non, il n'ouvre pas. Je suis masqué, je repars mon live, pas le choix. Bonsoir Nancy. Il n'y a pas de king présentement, il n'y a personne en première position avec plus de 1000 diamants. Il n'y a pas de king.
Et Queen là-dedans, c'est moi. Pourquoi pas inventer Queen, hein? Je demande Queen.
On est tous là à dire le temps c'est de l'argent. Donc, tant que TikTok ouvre pas mon algorithme, il perd de l'argent. Il sait déjà que j'ai le potentiel, man, de placer d'être un gros influenceur positif qui fait rentrer beaucoup de diamants. Et
Bonsoir, King.
il me fait perdre mon temps, donc il perd de l'argent.
Ah là là. Bon, t'as cette viewer, man, chill. C'est qui, toi, yo?
Bah oui, c'est vrai, Josiane. Un plus un fait deux. Je suis sûr, même dans son niaisage d'algorithme, il voit même que, lui a un mauvais algorithme, puis malgré tout, il a fait le classement. Je suis sûr qu'il le voit. Josiane, je vais te redire encore, ça me prend des messages de temps en temps pour mettre sur le tableau. Copier-coller pour mettre sur le tableau. J'ai demandé à toi et Gilbert, il y a à peu près 2 mois, si c'est pas 3 mois, j'ai eu aucun message, aucun des deux jusqu'à maintenant.
Take me, this is the part where I tell you I'm from
Il y a des
bottom
choses qui
line.
doivent être dites, le
I
tableau doit
want you
parler.
to worry.
Il parle pas
This
ce que
is the
j'aime.
part where I tell
Ça, je laisse tout le temps
you
dans
I'm
l'ordre.
from the line down. 'Cause I don't want nobody to hurt me, can't breathe. Let me 40 XL. See my plan and my name, wish you well. There's no love, but oh well. Chest on my channel like an anvil. Not killing me softly like
À
oh.
l'envers.
Not killing me softly like oh. Sometimes I don't know how to feel.
Il est à
Ring
l'envers,
ring,
90,
from depression. My pain and my weapon as a weapon. On the other line. You can be real with addiction. This is the part where I tell you, I don't want you to worry.
This is the part where I take all my problem and items. It's no, save me. Can breathe. I'm living for the exile. There's my pain and I wish you well. Still no love, but oh well. Traps on my chin like an anvil. Killing me softly like hell. Drug killing me softly like hell. Sometimes I don't know how to feel. Ring ring. Phone call from depression. You took my pain and my weapon as a weapon. On the other line, I'll talk to addiction.
Qui s'appelle de nos suivants. Kids in the hood. Kids in the hood.
Bon, ça y est.
Je le prends. Je fais une petite modification quand j'ai faute d'autographe. Et je le colle. Ça me prend du temps à écrire, moi. J'écris, ça me prend du temps. Et je peux certainement pas le faire quand je travaille. Ça tue le vibe. 300 pièces d'investissement, ce tableau-là. Plus le temps que j'ai pris pour pas tenter pour l'accrocher. Il n'a jamais passé aucun vrai message vraiment vrai. En tout cas, pas assez pour justifier l'achat de ça. Pourtant, c'est un des meilleurs outils de promotion. J'ai vu une personne avoir ça même sur la plateforme. Une seule personne. Et c'est un anglophone. Quand il va y avoir des messages pertinents dessus, tu vas voir les francophones avoir ça. L'autre jour, Zaki Boy est en train de me traiter de copieur. J'ai commencé à faire de la déco en me basant sur lui. Bullshit, man. La première déco, man, il n'y avait jamais aucune déco, man. La première déco que j'ai mis, les murs bleus. C'est après ça que j'ai vu commencer à mettre de la déco. Puis là, il y en a plus que moi. Parce que moi, ça rend plus les sous, fait que j'ai arrêté mes affaires. Puis ça me fait chier, man, mettre du temps à faire ça. Oh, une agence qui m'a lancé un kiosque avec toi. Qui m'a lancé le kiosque avec toi? Là, c'est agence... agence quoi? Ah, c'est Sean. Sean, je veux plus rien savoir de toi. Regarde tes cadeaux, il n'y a pas de merci pour toi. Garde tes distances, je vais garder les miens, ça va être correct. Il faut que je check mes messages. Là. J'ai 2 agences qui me parlaient ce matin. Alors j'allais me recoucher même en fin de matinée. On va voir qu'est-ce qu'ils ont dit, on va voir lequel que je vais signer avec. Ce matin que j'ai quitté l'autre agence. Non. C'est 1000 points. Mille points, il devient un mini king. On va juste écrire sur la forme masculine. Mini king à 1000 points. Merci, Josette. Mon frère, je peux pas un message aussi bien pour expliquer comment jouer en bateau. Je n'arrête pas de dire, man, c'est... Tantôt, on a un bateau contre un gars, man. On a gagné la première, on a gagné la deuxième. Et la troisième. On a tellement mal joué dans le x2, là. Je riais de ces x2. On a mis un x, quand on a pu mettre un x2 dans la deuxième, on a joué fucking plus mal que lui. Et ils sont venus nous rattraper pour gagner.
C'est la vie.
Une galaxie dans le x2 de Hugo.
Bonjour.
Il était Super King Hugo. Et puis merci Josiane. Et puis il y en a un man qui a mis celui qui a déposé le gars, il a lancé 2 beignes et 2 roses. Il y a un x2 avec juste 2 roses. 2 gars.
C'est pas facile, hein?
Mon morceau de dent perdu. J'avais envie de l'arracher. En fin de compte, en mangeant ma bouffe. Le bout principal qui me dérangeait le plus, ça a été arraché. Josiane? Bonsoir, Martin. Pèse sur F11 pendant que tu es dans le chat. Regarde l'image. Je pense que tu vas aimer mieux de cette façon-là. Pèse sur F11 sous ton clavier. Moi, c'est comme ça que je le mets à ce temps. Qu'est-ce que t'en penses pour toi?
Magique.
Oh, merci pour le cœur sur toi, Martine. J'espère que tu passes une belle soirée. Oh, Martine est meilleure spectatrice du live. À 999 diamants d'être la mini queen du live, qui obligerait tout le monde à lui dire, à demander sa permission pour pouvoir parler dans mon chat. Qu'est-ce que t'en penses de l'image quand t'as pesé sur F11, Josiane? T'aimes mieux ça, non? Parfait. Un petit truc que je viens de te donner.
Non. Je vais faire copyright, là.
Du genre de soirée que...
Ça, c'est trailer, là.
OK.
Puis, honnêtement, t'es la première personne que...
Non.
Oh, I think I have a problem.
Dingo.
T'es en urgence, là, pis c'est...
This thing.
Twitch are not there to be there.
Si on est encore motivé.
Avant, j'ai un meeting à 8h.
C'est toi. C'est toi la boss.
Puis tu fais bien que tu vas rien. Pourquoi tu regardes encore? C'est pas plus question que ça.
Non! Brigitte, ta musique est plate, biscuit. Non!
Oh, c'est Take Me to Church, là.
Non! Oui! Non! C'est ça? C'est ça, maman?
C'est quoi qu'il a dit, Randy?
C'est ça, maman?
Hein?
C'est ça, maman?
La musique, biscuit, je sais pas.
Ouais.
Here you go, here's my...
Bye.
Guys.
Ugly ass new girlfriend. Shane did it better than me, though.
Guys, his fucking scenery better.
C'était trop long.
Numéro 4.